NFL fans, welcome back to a brand new episode of the J All Day NFL Show. In today's episode, I'm going to give you the best bets to make you a ton of cash in week one for the upcoming NFL season. Guys, we're only a few weeks away. We went on a complete heater the last 9 weeks of the year. Last year, 110-39 on our predictions, 185-87 for the entire NFL season. And for our unit bets from week 1 to week 18, with only one deposit, up 85% on our initial investment. Make sure you guys check out my memberships, $4.99 a month, to get all my bets each and every week. But I'm going to give you some for free today, guys, because I love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in to the program. Let's get into the video. All right, all my NFL fans, you got to subscribe to the channel, guys. We're closing in on 20,000 subscribers. It's all because of you. You guys are the best. I got 6 free bets for you guys today that I will be rocking with in week one. Let's kick it off, guys, with one of my favorite bets of the week, and that's the Chiefs money line at minus 166 odds, guys. I love it. Starting left tackle Rashawn Slater, who just signed a 4-year, was a $113 million deal, just tore his patella tendon. So they got to shift Joe Alt over to the left side in his second year. That's going to be a lot to deal with for this inexperienced offensive line. Who's going to play right tackle? We're not quite sure yet. But Chris Jones, Karlaftis, they're going to get after Justin Herbert in week one, in my opinion. Remember, this game is in Brazil, so no home field advantage for the Chargers. Getting the Chiefs with Andy Reid given time to prepare, weeks and weeks and weeks to prepare for this game, without the Chargers' best player, I love the Chiefs coming in at minus 166 odds, guys. The next bet that I love, my second bet, is Pittsburgh Steelers on the road at minus 155. I love it. Mike Tomlin, I had a subscriber comment. I haven't fact-checked this yet, but he said 25-6 is Mike Tomlin's record versus first-time head coaches. And Aaron Glenn, new head coach there, right? Whole new slew of coaches. No more Aaron Rodgers. He's gone to the Steelers, right? But Mike Tomlin also knows Justin Fields, who was with the Pittsburgh Steelers last year. So new head coach, new scheme. You know, we kind of got a defensive-minded head coach, right? So I'm not expecting a lot from this offense. And then this young offensive line, they got a rookie starting at right tackle, a second-year guy starting at left tackle, going against T.J. Watt and Highsmith and the rest of these absolute monsters. They brought in Derek Harmon in the draft. I like what's going on in Pittsburgh right now. They're bringing in DK Metcalf to go along with Aaron Rodgers. Minus 155 odds. The Jets just weren't a very good football team last year at all. I'm not a big proponent and fan of Justin Fields, especially with a guy like Mike Tomlin, knowing the ins and outs, what he does well, what he doesn't do well. With these excellent pass rushers, one of the best front sevens in all of football, I expect Justin Fields to not score over 14 points in this game. And I think the Steelers will get enough juice from Aaron Rodgers, the running game, and DK Metcalf. So I love that bet coming in at minus 155 odds for you guys. All right, I got a little parlay for you guys. A little parlay! All right, we're going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Rocking with the Bird Gang. Dallas Cowboys, one of the worst rush defenses in the entire NFL, going up against the best offensive line, the best running back. Not a good recipe to win football games on the road. I love the Philadelphia Eagles in week one to kick off the 2025 season. Then I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. Historically, they have not played well at all the first few weeks of the season. But Joe Burrow and the crew looked pretty good in the preseason game when the starters played against the Philadelphia Eagles, right? So I think they're going to ramp up early, get the starters in, kind of iron out these kinks, right? And the Browns. Shedeur Sanders looked pretty good, but remember, guys, everyone's making a big deal about the Shedeur Sanders looking good. He played well versus the Panthers, second and third string. The Panthers starters were the worst pass defense in the NFL last year. They gave up 35 tutties. So let's pump the brakes on the Shedeur Sanders business right now. I actually like Shedeur, but everyone just slow down. I just trust Joe Burrow with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins to just score more points than the Browns. Who's going to be the quarterback? Nobody freaking knows. Maybe it looks like it's going to be Shedeur. I'm not sure. But I trust Joe Burrow in this spot to get a big time win. And then the next part of this parlay that I really like, guys, is the Denver Broncos at minus 380, right? So when we put this parlay together, plus 137 odds. So we're getting the Eagles at home, the Broncos at home against the team that was the worst team in the NFL last year in the Titans, and then the Bengals versus a Browns offense that's going to be completely inept this season, in my opinion. They're probably going to be lined up for another top 3 pick, in my opinion. So Eagles, Bengals, Broncos coming in at plus odds. I absolutely love that. All right, now let's move on to the anytime touchdown scores. I got 3 lined up for you guys. The first is Jamar Chase. Who's going to cover Jamar Chase? The secondary is not looking good. The corner, one of the starters opposite Denzel Ward, he's done for the year. His name is escaping me at the moment right now. But Denzel Ward doesn't travel. And Jamar Chase lines up all over the formation. He lines on the outside, in the slot, everywhere. He can line up in line. He can line up freaking anywhere. I think the last game they played, he had 2 tutties. So, I mean, I love Jamar Chase at minus 130. Guys, give me that shit all day long. I love Jamar Chase to get an anytime touchdown at minus 130. Next up is Brian Thomas Jr. plus 120. Yo, Travis Hunter is going to get a lot of attention in those intermediate routes, those crossers within 12 yards. That's going to really open up things down the field for Brian Thomas Jr. Getting him at plus money, plus 120, I love that. I think that's an absolute great bet. And then remember what I said earlier, the Carolina Panthers pass defense was abysmal last year. They can't get a pass rush. They can't cover. That's a recipe for disaster for the big, strong, physical Brian Thomas Jr. What has he got? 4.4, 4.3 speed as well to go along with that power and length. They're going to have a lot of trouble stopping Brian Thomas Jr. in week 1. 35 touchdowns they gave up through the air in 2024. I think that struggle continues. They didn't get a lot better in the secondary or with the pass rush, in my opinion, going into 2025. So give me Brian Thomas Jr. all day, all day, all day. And then Jalen Hurts at minus 120. Remember, Dallas Cowboys, one of the worst rush defenses in the entire NFL. And Micah Parsons, it doesn't look like he's going to play. And he hasn't practiced at all. Now he's dealing with a sore back. So, I mean, it's not looking good for this rush defense. And if Saquon can't punch it in from 10, 15 yards out, the tush push will be coming. Jalen Hurts at minus 120 odds. I freaking love that. Absolutely love that. And if you're feeling a little frisky, guys, 3-pick parlay coming in at plus 600. Jamar Chase, Brian Thomas Jr., Jalen Hurts at plus 613. I'll take 6 times my money any day of the week. $10 to win $61.30. Yo! That sounds like an unbelievable bet to me, guys. So that's what we're rolling with in week 1. There's some of my picks. I do have a parlay that I did earlier in the offseason with the Arizona Cardinals and the Broncos. 2-team parlay. So that's an extra bonus bet for you guys. So we got Jamar Chase, Brian Thomas Jr., Jalen Hurts, anytime touchdown. And then we went with the 3-leg parlay. Eagles, Bengals, Broncos, and Eagles both at home. Bengals should get it done against the Browns, guys. If the Browns beat them again in week 1 with some dumpster fire quarterback play, yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Hopefully they get the Trey Hendrickson deal. Before I put this bet in, guys, Trey Hendrickson, has to be in uniform and playing in week 1. Just a little side note for you guys. And then I also love the straight up plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers at minus 155, and then the Chiefs at minus 166. And I do like a Chiefs parlay with the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's going to come in at plus money as well. All right, guys, I hope you like those bets. If you want to see all the bets I actually place every single Friday, make sure you sign up for my memberships, the $4.99 tier. Thank you guys so much. Closing in on 17K, 20K soon enough. I can't wait for football, guys. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Peace.